Do you have a recommendation for clearing the stickiness?
Well, understand that clearing the stickiness is part of it. It's still, you see, the ego trying to fix the ego, which doesn't really solve the situation. So I would say what the ideal would be just simply to see it as it is. Just watch how it works. So watch how your involvement with yourself as a person and your personal desires and wanting it to be this way and that way, and your fears and your desires, and watch how it all works together to create a world that you start engaging with and trying to steer this way or that way, which is really funny that you're going to steer your life. And you see in that there's this stickiness. There's things that you don't want, and there's there. And you see the thing about it is it's really ironic because the more you don't want something to happen, the more you keep it right by you. That's the stickiness. So you watch how it works. Observe how your mind is feeding this this attachment to things and how things go, and see how the mind engages with the mind, and then it becomes sticky. You see, so watch how it works. When you can really observe it, what happens is a distance is created on its own through that observation. Who is observing it, you see? It gets more and more distant. And so the involvement is going on, but it's not going on front and center. It's going on in the sidelines, and there's someone watching it. And that someone watching it is a deeper aspect, you see, and has better perspective. It's not quite it yet, but it is on the way. It's pointing in the right direction. So that's what I would recommend. I would recommend don't change it. See it. And by see it, I mean go as deep as you can into recognizing what is actually happening here. Because when you really, really look at it, it's just a game going on. It's just the mind getting involved with itself. You see? The mind is getting involved with itself, and it absorbs all the attention that way. So the mind is just grabbing all of the attention, and then you lose perspective and you fall into that notion of yourself as a person. You see, and all it is the mind just sucking all of the attention, because you see, I keep teaching you that what is stillness, is silence. It's everywhere. It's the backdrop of everything. You see? Now, the mind sees that stillness and it's uncomfortable. And the mind likes to fill the stillness with its thoughts. And it continues to fill it and fill it and fill it until your whole life looks like a Pollock painting, just covered with this and that and this and that, and you don't know what's what anymore. You've lost your perspective, and you're just totally absorbed in that sense of yourself as a person, you see? But really, it's just the mind being absorbed with itself. And if you can see that, then someone is looking at this from a perspective which is beyond the mind. At first, it's just the mind anyway, but it all collapses eventually. And then what remains is that stillness. And then any of this movement is a sideline thing. It's just a byproduct of a body-mind, but it's got nothing to do with you. So that's, I would recommend don't try and fix it, because that's just the mind. See if you can witness it as it is in the deepest possible way, with great tenacity, you see, and consistency. Just see it for what it is. See that stickiness, feel that stickiness, see what it is really, and ask yourself, who is this? Who's getting involved? Whose thoughts are these? Whose feelings are these? Ask yourself, who is this? If you're able to be really clear about this, you'll find out that the who that is, all of the stickiness, all of the difficulties, all of the joys, that's not who you are. That's simply the perceptions and experiences of a body-mind.